Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks. I'm coming at you guys with another war recap. This is going to be week 6 of the mid-season Champions War League. We had Fulmen Morte versus 99 Death Balloons. As you can see, we came out with the victory over them. 84 to 79, 92.9% on the destruction on our side to the 89.77 on their side. As you can see, they struggled a little bit on the 11s and the 10s, but we were able to take care of all of our 9s. On the Fulmen Morte side, you can see we 2-starred all of the 11s, and then we're able to take care of majority of the Town Hall 10s except for a few. And then we took care of all their Town Hall 9s. But we'll go ahead and jump into the action. Coming up first, we're going to have a 10 versus 11. Fort Knox stepping up with the big 2-star against the Town Hall 11. He's able to recognize that he can drop that queen, and that air defense is buried further enough back that he's able to get in and queen walk down a little bit and get some percentage. He got 2 wizards down up top for the funnel. They're going to give him some pretty big value, be able to take down some of those buildings up top and allow that queen to walk down. He's patiently waiting as she comes down. She picks up a couple point defenses on her, but she's able to work her way through that. He's going to get a rage spell down so that way when the Barb King comes out, the queen is able to work through that. And then he's going to bring down a golem up top and then a couple bowlers and then a wizard and baby dragons down on the bottom side to go ahead and start making a funnel and charge straight into that Town Hall and Eagle defense area. Sends in a few wall breakers. They end up slipping up, so he sends the Barb King in. He's able to knock through this wall, gets the jump spell down while he's waiting, and then once everything is opened up, he goes ahead and sends in the bowlers. Sends in a few more baby dragons to start picking up percentage while that Eagle is preoccupied with the main group. He's got a rage down for those bowlers, freezes the Inferno, and then drops a Quake just to soften up the core. And the bowlers are able to just rip right through that Eagle and then get the Town Hall down really quick. He has a poison spell waiting for that clan castle, and then at this point he is now on to just picking up percentage. He's got a couple baby dragons working down at the bottom. Queen is still working up top with some healers on her, but she's got that Inferno on her, so she's going to die off pretty quick, but not before picking up a few extra buildings for the percentage. But big 2-star coming up on that one. We'll go ahead and jump into the next replay now. It's going to be the 6-pack coming from BNZ, but we're going to go ahead and start off with his first one. He had 2 10v10 triples. So we'll go ahead jump into this one. But he's going to go ahead and start off at the bottom with a few funneling troops, gets a few wizards down, recognizing that the splash damage is outside of the range of these buildings, so he's able to pick up a free funnel, gets a few more wizards up top after that golem's down, tanking the Expo and Archer Tower, and then he's just going to get that corner wall breaker open. He recognizes that there's a single Inferno, so he's going to come in with a couple Giants, so that way they will preoccupy that Inferno for a while. And then he's just following up with his Royals and a few Bowlers behind to go ahead and get through this. Clan Castle comes out, and he's got 2 poisons waiting down for them and the Queen as she jumps over the wall. The Barb King steps up, and he's going to take that Archer Queen out and pop that ability. And then the Queen is going to step up and finally take out that single Inferno as his group makes the way over to the other side. He's going to go ahead and try to pick up that second air defense. Queen's still standing with full health and the ability, so she'll easily be able to pick that up once she gets through this. He'll go ahead and pop the ability just to make sure that she has enough health, and then she's going to go ahead and get that air defense down, and then at this point he is able to start his lava balloon portion up on the top side. He's going to come in with a few balloons behind that first hound as it sends into the first air defense. Has a second hound coming in, and then haste spells down waiting for the balloons so that way they can go ahead and get into the point defenses on the backside. Gets a freeze down on that single Inferno just to save the hound just in time as his balloons are approaching it, and then has a haste spell down to get into that last air defense. And at this point you can pretty much see he's got plenty of balloons left on the map. He's got a haste spell waiting down for the backside, and he's sending in some backside loons to go ahead and work on taking out that wizard tower. He's got a few bottom cleanup troops, but at the same time he has all of those lava pups working up on the top side. So as you can see, this is going to be pretty much done as he has plenty of time to work back towards the top side of the base with the balloons. Most of the cleanup though at this point has been pretty much taken care of. It's a nice little split there on the balloons in the end, so it just speeds up the cleanup as the pups are coming from the top side. They go ahead, as you can see, and finish off taking out this one. But like I said, BNZ coming in with the 6-pack, so we will go ahead and jump into his next attack. He's coming in on Mo for the 3-star on this one. He's going to go ahead, though, and start off with a golem up top, and then he's just going to get a few wizards down. They're going to create a nice long, wide, or big funnel for him, and then he has a baby dragon up on the top side, tanking that archer tower, and then a wizard behind it just to help get through that trash quicker, so that way the baby dragon can get in and take, or work on taking down that archer tower. The wizard gets the last hit on it. He sends in some wall breakers on the backside, though, and then he has bowlers following in with his royals to go straight into that first Inferno tower and try to just get into the core of this base and then go ahead and take out some big damage or on the buildings that are down on that side. Gets a rage down for his kill squad as they're making in. The queen goes ahead and takes out the enemy queen, and then the bowlers continue to take out other buildings. Hound comes out of the clan castle and locks onto the queen or king, but then his queen is able to step up over there while the Barb King is taking and get through some of these pups. And then she's just going to take that jump and step into this base and start getting some of those other buildings. Still has the queen's ability, though, so he is able to use that to make it through these lava pups as they begin to work on her health. And then she's standing outside of the range of some of these buildings, so she is able to step up, gets down one archer tower, and then starts working on the clan castle. And then at this point, he has a couple of the air defenses down, so he's going to go ahead, bring in some loons since they have a long path to go on the bottom side, and then sends in a hound on that bottom side with some more balloons. Gets a heal down over the wizard tower just to make sure that his balloons stay up as they're coming through that area. Sends in a second hound on the backside to the final air defense. Queen was able to step up and take out the third air defense on the top side, and then he has a couple haste and a freeze waiting for that Inferno tower as his balloons are just making their way through the bottom side of this base. He's got the haste down leading on to the backside. At this point, you can pretty much look until this base is done. He has 3 balloons still in the bag waiting to drop at the end once these last few towers go down, so that way he can start the cleanup. He's starting to get some of his minions down to go ahead and help with that cleanup, but they're working through the bottom side of the base with the lava pups, and as you can see, he's pretty much has this base done. But huge 6-pack coming from BNZ on the 10 vs 10 triples. At this point, though, we're going to jump down and get into the Town Hall 9 attacks. First up, we are going to have Butt 2 coming in. He starts off with a golem on the top side and then just sends in a single balloon to go ahead and drop that archer tower up top. Has a few wizards working on creating a nice long big funnel for him. And then he's going to get the queen down as well to help. And then the golem on the top side will begin to just start slowly walking down the top side of the base as the wizards begin to get those towers taken down. Drops another golem and some more wizards on the bottom side. So at this point, he has a huge funnel coming into the top side. Gets the clan castle lured out and has it going out there. Gets some bowlers down. So that way he is able to work into getting the Barb King and then jump into the air defense on the bottom side. Queen steps up and starts taking out that clan castle, and then the Barb King comes in to start helping out, cleaning up some of the troops on or towers on the bottom side, and the Queen is going to step up, take out that second air defense, and then she's going to get stuck on that wall and make her way through it. But at this point, he has the golems tanking in the core with 2 jumps and the bowlers behind them just working on taking out, crushing everything in the core of the base. They're going to step up and work on taking that queen, get her down, and at this point he's only got 1 air defense, so he's able to trickle in some balloons on the backside to some of the remaining defenses, and then has a hound coming in to that final air defense to tank while the balloons go ahead and work their way to it. But as you can see, he's shaping up to absolutely smash this base. He's got both heroes still standing in the core of the base working. He's got some bowlers working, and then the balloons have pretty much demolished everything. Still has that queen ability and a couple troops in the bag to swag in the end. But at this point, he's got a good portion of his loons still surviving, and he's got pups working on the outside cleaning up. He's got the bowlers working in the middle as well with that queen. He goes ahead and pops that ability to try to get this cleanup done a little bit quicker, but he is able to swag those final troops that he has. Now we'll go ahead and jump into the last replay from this war recap. For week 6, it's going to be Mash 2 coming in on this one, and he's going to be bringing in a Queen Walk and a bunch of minions to go ahead and take care of this one. But he's going to go ahead and start off with that Queen. on the top side to go ahead and start taking out some of these buildings before she gets in range of those towers. He gets the healers down on her, so that way she's sitting at full health. Has a few minions working to get that queen to push, and then he's just going to send in a few test wall breakers, so that way he's able to get this open and get that queen into those air defenses. Clan Castle comes out, he gets a rage down, and then he's just going to go ahead and pop the ability to make sure that those Valkyries and Baby Dragon don't do too much work on that queen. And then he's going to get the Barb King down with a couple wizards behind that to go ahead and start taking out some of the trash, so that the queen does walk in towards the base. Gets a quad quake down, so that way he is able to open up everything, and then has a rage down as the queen is encountering the enemy queen. And then she's just going to work her way inside this base and start taking down some of these buildings. King redirects back into the base with the queen, and he is going to help her start working through the core of this base. Barb King steps up, and the king and queen both start working on them, and then he's just going to come in with his first hound on the bottom side, and then has a few balloons. Comes in with a second hound to the final air defense, and then just has his balloons out in front taking down the point defenses, and then has the minions already working on the cleanup behind. Queen is still in the core with those healers. They end up switching over to the Barb King, getting him back up, but that's fine because she has full health at this point and is working through the core. The Expos then lock on to the hounds, and the balloons and the minions are still working on their path through the backside. But he's just basically got a wave coming across this base, and there's not much those Expos can do at this point in time. He's got both heroes still standing, and he's already getting a few troops down on the backside, working for the cleanup. Just basically, though, absolutely smashes this base, recognizing that he could use the minions and go ahead and work with the cleanup while all of his troops are straight up demolishing the base. But that's going to go ahead and start wrapping up things for Week 6 of the Mid-Season Champions War League. We came out against 99 Death Balloons. Hopefully we can keep pushing the war streak and maybe secure a playoff spot in the final victory. But if you guys have made it this far in the video and you like what you have seen, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, leave any comments for me, and I will try to get back to you guys. But until next time, guys, this is Trunks signing out.